Eddie Atlas, and we welcome you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, for tonight's main event. Opening stanza of this 12-round fight. The Brown Bombers' defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. You see him holding on. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. A stinging uppercut by Alvarez. Oh, you see him with the left to the head there? Alvarez has got to feel that right there. He was just tagged by a big uppercut. Halfway through round number one. The last thing either guy wants to be here, Teddy, is one-dimensional.
The last thing you want to be in anything to be successful is one-dimensional. I mean, if you're a comedian, you don't want to be saying the same jokes all the time. Your crowd's not going to be there. Well, your opponent is going to be there all night long if you do the same thing.
That's an impactful right hand by Alvarez. A solid, true uppercut by the Brown Bomber. Well, he's committed to the left hand, and it's paying off here. Look at that! The hook came home with ease. Nice strike after catching one by the Brown Bomber. 10 seconds remaining in this round. The Brown Bombers' commitment to the cause of being the aggressor really had him in front in that last round. Look at his opponent. A knifing left hand by Alvarez. By Ricardo Alvarez. Smacked up top. Smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counter punch.
Looked like the Will of the Wisps, the old great Willie Peck. Made him miss, made him pay.
Blocks away that headshot. Alvarez's right hand scores well that time. We're seeing a lot of work to the body here early on by him. Teddy, is that a certain mentality, these guys that commit to being a body puncher?
Yeah, because they understand that the body punching, you know, that's not something that's glorious. That's not something that, you know, like a great left hook on the chin, bang, it gets results right away. They understand that that's something that pays off later and something you got to start early and stay with.
A solid uppercut. Ricardo Alvarez is off to the side. A little swing and a miss going upstairs. You gotta love the offense there, putting his punches together. That's just good, solid, accurate work by Alvarez. Alvarez's jab lands well. So as that round ends, it gives us pause to realize what has just taken place. And that is, we have one man who just separated himself from the other. He's able to stun his opponent, and you got to think good things are coming.
Well, they've been coming for a while because I really think that those punches are a benefit from a couple rounds ago. He's been hitting with a lot of punches, and I think it's starting to take its toll, and you saw it there.
One shot, but I need to see 3, 4.
The Brown Bombers off to a fresh start right now. That last round, he was really shook up, but he looks to be steady on his feet here. Good shot to the head with that right hand. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot.
Guard your head.
Alvarez is getting back to basics. A good, solid jab. And a good counter by Alvarez. Halfway through this round here. Snaps that jab out. The Brown Bombers in there clinching a lot, it seems to me. I mean, he was stunned earlier, but it just seems like he's tying up.
Hey, if it seems like that to you, that's okay. But more importantly, more dangerously for him, it probably seems that way to his opponent. And he's going to take advantage of it. He knows that he's not right.
Alvarez is tagged.
Let's see some more head movement.
Last 10 seconds of round number 3.
Doing great.
Good flush shot upstairs. And round 3 comes to an end. The Brown Bombers ahead on Teddy's scorecard as we take a peek at those scores for the first time here today. Round number 4 just underway. After 3 rounds, he finds himself up just a round, but nothing really to pull away early on. Nice work, great technique. The combo lands.
Body shot, body shot.
Able to block and counter back.
Stay away from those.
Good body shot. The right hand came home. Alvarez's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. That's a great right hand by the Brown Bomber. Really frustrating his opponent now. As he's so defensively sound, it doesn't make for an easy target.
No, it doesn't, and it makes for a very frustrating night for his opponent. I see his opponent now, if you notice, he's getting a little tentative. He's afraid to let the punches go because when he misses, he's worried he's going to leave an opening.
I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger. Hard charging with that right hand. Big shot there. What a hook to the body. And he is down and in bad shape.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Good right hand. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds.
Back to the body.
And that's the end of round 4. You know, Teddy, I'm looking at that cut as he's in the corner now, and it doesn't look good at all. Do you think he thinks he has to go out there and try to end this fight?
Not only does he think it, I think he's right. I think that he probably has very little time left before the referee or the doctor's going to stop this. And he needs to be thinking that way if he's not.
The Brown Bombers showing us that he is willing to stick with the game plan. But, Teddy, that game plan saw him knocked down earlier in this fight. What would you be telling him?
You know, in some ways, I tell him good because you have to go with what you have. You know, you can't completely change. That's not possible in the course of the fight. You are who you are. So it's not the game plan necessarily, Joe, or the style that's wrong. It's the execution of the game plan. That has to be done better.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Alvarez is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. And now you see him scoring well with the right.
Wake up!
Boy, I know he's not in great shape, but all of a sudden he's doing a very good job of defending himself.
You know, it's a funny thing. He's fighting on instincts, and sometimes that's a good thing. You don't want to get hurt to get there, but you want to get there. Right now, he's doing things without thinking, naturally.
That's a fierce left hand that landed by Alvarez. Good, clean shot, returning fire. Well done by the Brown Bomber.
Yeah!
And that's the end of round 5. We hear about guys being calm and cool when the pressure's on. With that eye completely shut, the pressure is on.
Yeah, this is where you're really ultimately being tested as a fighter, as a human being, as a man.
Little head knocking with that right hand.
There you go!
Wow, is he defensively sound.
Some of that too. Let's go.
Just knifing up with that uppercut by the Brown Bomber.
Let's go.
Alvarez is dealing with the aftermath of being rocked, but yet he hasn't changed anything. He's still sticking with that style.
Well, that means panic has not set in. That's a good thing, Joe. He still believes he can get this thing done the way he came here to get it done.
The Brown Bomber's got a little something coming back at him. A counterpunch scored.
Keep pushing.
And oh, what a good, strong uppercut. Ricardo Alvarez comes right back with a shot of his own. And just grabbing onto his opponent. Another clinch. The Brown Bomber's doing a brilliant job with his head movement. He's employing top-notch defense right here, and it's frustrating his opponent.
It is frustrating his opponent. His opponent needs...
Alvarez is crushed by a big right hand.
Get out there.
So the bell to end that round gets him out of danger. But, Teddy, my concern is what is he even going to look like when the next round starts?
Well, that's the thing. The corner's going to have to take care of that, get some ice on him. And also, they're going to have to think, do they want him to go back out?
Keep doing what you're doing.
The Brown Bomber's just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. Clean shot with the right. That's why they pay to come out to the fights. Good offensive work by the Brown Bomber. .90 seconds to go here in this round. Back and forth exchange. The Brown Bomber's defense is paying off now. A penetrating hook to the body. Ricardo Alvarez is... Right hand downstairs. He just missed that shot up top. And he's really doing a nice job of hitting the mark with the jab.
And that's exactly what he needs. And it's not hard to hit the mark when the mark's coming at you. The right choice of a punch.
Hands up.
The Brown Bombers left now getting into the mix.
Oh, this is a white.
This is going to be an interesting finish here as we start round number 8. Alvarez is up on your scorecard, Teddy, but it's a close fight. The ringside judges could have it any which way.
Yeah, and that's what you got to worry about. But the fighter, he can't worry about that. He has to just keep pressing forward, doing the things he trained to do, the things that he knew, or at least he thought would work for him.
The Brown Bomber's been able to let loose. He's throwing punches. He's just not landing enough of them.
Well, he's throwing them from a little too far away. He's not getting into that punching chamber. He's starting to launch him just a little too soon, and his opponent is warm.
He missed with that headshot. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Alvarez. Alvarez is showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by the Brown Bomber.
Keep that head moving.
Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work. Ricardo Alvarez is...
Oh, you're doing great.
The Brown Bomber's punch is far off the target. Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. And that does it for this round. What you're seeing in here with these two guys, cut up, swollen, going back and forth, this is why people love the fight game, because they say to themselves, I couldn't do that. I couldn't fight on.
You're exactly right. If you opened up Webster's dictionary and you look for the definition of a warrior, this is exactly what you would want to see.
The Brown Bomber's swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent.
You gotta protect yourself.
There's a nice left hand able to get in. Parries that punch intended for the head. A destructive right hand by the Brown Bomber. Scored well up top. The Brown Bomber's got to be moving more than this, Teddy. I mean, you cannot win a fight just standing stationary like this.
Well, you know, if his opponent could have, he would have gotten him to sign a contract and say, hey, I want you to stand right in front of me all night long so I can do whatever I want. And he's doing whatever he wants.
Keep doing what you're doing.
He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. The Brown Bomber's effort has gone downhill here. You can tell that he does not have the energy necessary to stay in this fight.
Yeah, but now it's up to his opponent. Does his opponent have the will and the desire to get him out of there? Because if he does, he's getting him out of there.
Nice.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. And he goes down again. Will he get up from this? The ref is stopping this fight. The Brown Bombers, a knockout victim. He couldn't beat the count. As as we saw, he was up on your scorecard throughout the evening. Alvarez is now a winner by knockout.
Listen, you want to win, you want to get to a title, you want to be successful, but you want to make money. And this is one way to ensure you're going to make money, scoring knockouts.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself